Alright, hello. Let's see if this works. I'm going to talk you through all the changes that I've made to try and get this damn stream to work. For now though, we're back in Space Engineers. This isn't the stream that you all voted for yesterday, by the way. That will come later if this works. So even though I'm playing Space Engineers now, don't class this as the official Space Engineers stream, because it isn't. So what have I changed? I've gone on to Streamlabs OBS and I've changed about 7 or 8 settings according to some tutorials that I've found. I've also moved my Ethernet from under my desk to a different adapter in a different part of the house. In other words, the room just next door. So I've had to run extension cables and all sorts to make that work. I've downgraded it to 30 FPS. Again, I've also tweaked some of my CPU settings and the bitrate settings and a few other things here or there. So I need at least one person in the chat to let me know whether or not there seems to be any improvement. So let me just typing on Discord. Already I'm getting warnings about YouTube not getting enough video. I might as well show you what I did between earlier and now as well. I made this. I've tested it. You can kind of see the circle. Originally I just had the bits that are there right now. Hello George. Thanks for coming in. The bits that are there, the blue bits, that's what the original rig was, and I've added this extra stuff. So right now I think what's happening is the build and repair is grinding down this. Twitch or YouTube? Well, both, preferably, if you're available to watch on both. I have a theory that the plug socket under my desk, there might be a loose wire or something like that, and that's why that maybe the connection isn't quite working. So if this stream ends up working, I'll stream for like an hour or so. Oh, hello. What was that? I just heard explode. I'll stream for about an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how well this works. And if it does work, then I will know a little bit more as to what the problem might be. What I will say is, moving the Ethernet, I didn't know whether or not this is related or whether it's a placebo effect, but the game seemed to load a lot faster. So who knows what that's all about. What do I need for this? I bet it's motors that we don't have any. I bet you it is motors. But yeah, let me know. Oh, we do have motors. Let me know what it's looking like. Whether it's buffering or not, whether there's frame hang or not. Just keep me posted. Much appreciated. I need to grab some more nickel. Where was that hole I dug? There it is. Let's make this a bit bigger, shall we? There was also talk on a forum that I went on earlier that Restream might be the problem. But from what I've read on Restream's website about how they actually process your stream and send it on, I don't think it could be the problem. Quality is good. Okay. See, I'm getting warning messages and my stream's buffering on mine. Oh, the other thing is I'm not recording this at the moment. I'm just streaming it. So I'll have to download the VOD from Twitch afterwards. There is something else I'd like to say, by the way, and this is a complaint. It's quite a negative thing. When I'm having technical problems and I'm having to end streams because of it, please don't message me on Discord saying, are you going to upload videos so your viewers have something to watch? Because I used to upload lots of videos so my viewers had something to watch, and then my viewers didn't watch them. So I started doing streams so that I could, directly give the viewers what they wanted. And I had technical problems. So the worst thing you can do when one of your favourite content creators is having technical problems, the worst thing you can do is be entitled and start asking what are they going to do to make up for it. Because the answer is, I don't owe you anything. As a viewer, I don't owe you anything. I appreciate the support that you give me. That's one thing, but I don't owe you anything. You're not my direct employer or anything like that. So don't act like I owe you something, because I've given you, as I pointed out earlier, 1,800 and something free to watch videos on YouTube. Something like 3,000 hours worth of content. If you work out how many days that is. Let's do an approximation, shall we? That's not right. Doing my maths wrong. So 3,000 hours divided by 24. 125 days worth of content on my channel alone. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't owe anyone anything when it comes to that. Now I've got that out of the way. What's happening to all this nickel that's being made? Am I dropping frames? Nope. So yeah, hopefully that answers the question of will I be uploading videos to make up for it. The answer is I'll upload videos when I have videos to upload. But if I don't have any videos to upload, I won't upload videos. And I'm not going to put myself through the ringer, sleepless nights and everything, just so that 2 people have a video to watch tomorrow. Yeah, it's a few extra views to get the view count up. Let's put it this way. If I had 10,000 subscribers right now, and I knew that 5,000 people would watch a video if I stayed up all night making it, I would probably do it. But right now, like my OpenTTD episode that went up just over 3 hours ago, currently has 8 views. It's not worth the time. In all honesty, it is not worth the time. It's not worth the extra time, the extra effort. So, it's nothing personal. I'm not pointing the finger at anyone in particular, but I'm just saying think before you speak. And it might not have been meant in the way that it came across. Maybe there was a language barrier or something, but even so, think before you speak, because chances are what you're saying might sound reasonable to begin with, but when it's repeated back, it might, the context might change significantly. I need a ton of nickel ore still. All this just to build some drills. Is it worth it? I hear you all ask. Why can't I get out of this hole now? If I say I got in alright, why can't I get out? But yeah, nice few extra views to get the view count up. Plus, all the videos that people have ignored in the past, they can now go back and watch. There's a lot of good content there. There's a lot of average content there as well, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of good content there too. Alright, everything's getting made. So I might close down YouTube and Twitch on my Chrome and just have the restream chat open, just so I'm not playing back the stream as it's being, because apparently that's something that can slow it down as well. Even though really they're two unrelated things, upload and download. I don't know. I'm not that much of an expert when it comes to streaming. But I've got the restream chat open still, so I can still see what everyone's saying on YouTube and Twitch. Mind you, restream the actual browser restream also has the stream up. So I had the stream up in 3 different places. That probably didn't help things. And I'm looking at the... Oh, I just realised the game sound is muted. Let me unmute that as well. The FPS count on OBS did just go down. It has come back up again now. Yeah, OpenTTD went up earlier. I thought it was a good episode myself. I quite enjoyed making it. I did enjoy the time-lapse videos, but I know that not everyone likes time-lapses. The next stage, which I started today, in fact, I recorded a new episode earlier to do with airports. So it explains how the airline franchise system will work. And then over the weekend, probably starting tomorrow. In the future, have you ever thought of watching your own videos back and doing a reaction video to an old video of yours? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I react to my videos a lot as I'm editing them. Like, I wince and just think, oh, did I really say that? Did I really do that? That's out of sync. That kind of thing. I did that a lot with the XGI podcast. They were the only ones, really, that I was forced to watch back. Not that there's any trace of their existence now, which is incredibly disappointing. I still have them all, by the way. I have all the, like the raw files and the edited files. I don't think I'll ever legally be allowed to release them, but I do have them. I also have an unreleased one to do with the demo launch as well. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. But again, there has to be an audience for it. I'm very much of the mindset now, and again, some people might not like me saying this, because everyone likes their own series, but because I'm turning this into a business again, I need to be a bit more frugal when it comes to which series stay on the channel and which ones don't. So effectively, I'm consolidating all of the content on the channel into 3 main categories, which is construction, management, and story. So construction is games like City Skylines and OpenTTD, which technically is management as well, and I mean Planet Coaster is construction too. Management is Football Manager, Sports, Motorsport Manager, and if I ever do something like Game Dev Tycoon or a game like that, or Batman Telltale series, games like that. And each category will have at least 1 video uploaded per week, and it'll basically be a time slot. So Monday 7 PM would be the story-driven slot. And then Tuesday at 7 PM might be the management slot, so on and so forth. OpenTTD, because at the moment it's still the most watched series on the channel, so that's going to be Thursday night still. And it probably won't even count towards the 1 a week. I think it'll be more, things like City Skylines will be 1 a week, Planet Coaster will be 1 a week, things like that. And it's to try to appeal to as many people as possible. But I'm also prepared to say now that if a series drops below a certain amount of interaction and viewership, then it will be dropped from the channel completely. Because I've got to make the hard decisions, but at the end of the day, it's because I need to do things that are popular and therefore get views and therefore get money. Stream buffering. Yeah, on Restream it looks awful. The bitrate is so low. And yeah, OBS, the bitrate's dropped to 400 kilobits per second, so 0.4 megabits. It should be at 5,000 right now. Not good. Not good. But yeah, there's a very good chance that a series that you may or may not like could end up getting dropped from the channel if it's not popular enough. And you know, that's kind of an incentive. It's an incentive to me to make better content, but it's also an incentive to you guys. Don't be a lazy viewer who just sits there and makes demands and doesn't do their bit. You know, share the channel, share the videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. The like button is the big one. Likes and comments, they're the 2 levels of interaction that I like to look for. Dislikes as well, that does count towards it. Likes, dislikes, and comments. It's something I've been forcing myself to do a lot more now as well. If I watch a video that I actively enjoyed, I make an effort to hit the like button. Even if I accidentally click off the video, I'll go back onto it so I can hit the like button. that I keep falling into the bloody hole. Right. How many drills are left? Quite a few. It's always nickel. Being able to turn stone into nickel would be a massive help. What are we actually missing from this? Oh, construction components. Don't tell me that's the same problem. It probably is. Excuse me. Cough, cough, cough. I also went and removed the rest of the ramps here as well, so that's nice. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else I can sort of tear down? Are we still buffering, or is it okay again? Something else I have done to do with OBS is I've set it up so that the bitrate will automatically lower if the connection drops. So that should mean the stream stays relatively stable. At the moment it should be 3050 it's set to, and I'm currently 3100 odd. So it is fluctuating. But that's, you know, it's not the end of the world. And I think that's it automatically lowered as well, so it might come back up again in a bit. Stopped for now. Okie dokie. It's other things, like I was reading about what happens when I stream to restream. What happens to the video source? And effectively, YouTube and Facebook, I think it is, compress the video, whereas Twitch and Mixer don't. So you end up with this really weird amalgamation of Restream just takes in what you send it and then immediately relays it onto those platforms. And then YouTube and Facebook immediately compress it before they broadcast it. Whereas Twitch and Mixer, they have the base level uncompressed and then they compress it for... So like if you're only watching it in 720 instead of 1080, then it will compress it for you. So there's all these different variations of the same video file, and I can start to see why like bitrate and things like that suddenly become a really big issue, and why it can work fine on Twitch and then not on YouTube, because it's basically two different videos by the time you guys see it. It's as if I rendered it at 720 and put it up on YouTube, and then rendered it at 1080 and put it up on Twitch. They are very, very different things. Am I making motors again now? Yes. We need construction components. I'm going to put those in now. Straight away I can hear it welding again. There we go. It's doing it now. Good stuff. Aha! I think the connection might have recovered, because it's gone back up to 5,000 kilobits per second again. So that might help. Did I watch Beat the Chasers? Yes! That was something else I was going to talk about, actually, to be a bit more upbeat. That show is awesome. I love that show. It's such a good format. Like, I like the chase anyway. One thing I don't like about quiz shows is when they spend too long asking where the person comes from and what they do for a living and stuff like that. Personally, I don't give a damn. Do you know the answer to the question? That's all I care about. But Beat the Chasers, it's quite fast-paced. Even though it's only one contestant per part, it's still quite fast-paced, and I like fast-paced quizzes. Should also mention tonight, just before the clap and just after the clap, myself and my family were watching the Lily Foundation pub quiz, virtual pub quiz on YouTube, hosted by the one and only Alan Davis, who did a very, very good job. too many people in the chat were complaining that he was reading the questions too fast, but I thought he went at a pretty decent pace myself.
Fuel low.
Oh, heavens above. So yes, what I'm
Fuel critical.
what I'm in trouble with now is I've run out of hydrogen. And I actually think... Oh no, there's loads. I was about to say I don't think we have any more hydrogen bottles that are actually full of hydrogen. So I'm going to have to do a trip. I'm probably going to borrow the rover for that. Down to the ice lake over there and just dig out a load of ice. What would be cool would be... Does that fit? I think that fits. To build a bridge with the base that goes right the way down to the end. Please don't crash. Okay, I think we're okay. That goes right the way down to the end, and then build a drilling rig like this on top of the lake. It only needs to be a small one though. Just one drill on a couple of pistons would probably be enough. Yeah, I'm hoping this variable bitrate system that I've got now will stop YouTube from stopping the stream. I can but hope. So the stream quality might be horrid, and I apologise for that, but it might be you know, a trade-off to actually have the stream continue. And if it's a really bad video quality, I'll unlist that one and I'll upload my raw footage. Or download the VOD. Actually no, because the VOD from Twitch will probably be crap as well. Right, so these drills here are going to be joined by that drill, and then all of these. Is that the sunrise I see above me? That is an excellent view. Bradley Walsh is great. Yes, he is. He is. He's a natural. I grew up watching Wheel of Fortune when he was hosting it. He was good on that too. Right. Turn on the drills. They should all be spinning. Yes. See these outer ones are already starting to mine, which is good. Next stage is the rotors. The rotor, as you want. There we go. This might be quite loud. You might not be able to hear me over that. Let me move away. There it is. So right now this is just digging out a ton of stone. Which hopefully, we do need ice to work it. So I might change that. Because you can either do... Maybe not. Oh yeah, here. So you can either do gravel to ores, or gravel with ice to ores. So we have quite a lot of ice, so I could throw... oxygen generator. Where did that go? Oh yeah, so you put 500 in there. So you're going to create oxygen and hydrogen. And I hope that will fill up some of these hydrogen bottles now. Yes, good. I don't know what happened to the... Maybe I did throw it in, I don't know. Anyway, so you're going to spin round. I might even speed this up from 1 to 2. You can kind of see it needs multiple passes in order to get rid of some of the bridges. It's kind of hard to see. Terraforms it slightly each time. That's not the worst thing though. Alright, so if I come up here and grab this. Now this is the risk. If I go pistons. this should now dig a massive hole. Massive hole in the ground. Do you know what? I'm looking at my CPU right now on OBS. So one of the other settings I changed was to make my graphics card do most of the video encoding legwork. Now I'm not actually recording right now, and that might be one of the reasons why it's also running a lot better. But my CPU usage is peaking at around 4.5. I think that's the highest I've seen it go. Right now it's on 2.4%. That is a massive, massive improvement to earlier when it reached like 80.2. So I'm, so far, touch wood, I'm quite satisfied with this experiment. We had a little bit of buffering. We had a little bit of frame seepage, should we say, rather than frame drops. Some leaked out of the wire. So now, tomorrow, I'll be doing a couple more test streams. And I'll do some other. How long have I been streaming for? 26 minutes. We still got a while to go with this one still. But I'll do some more test streams where I tweak with different settings. So the next thing I want to do tomorrow is plug the Ethernet back under my desk and see whether it was OBS settings that have made this better or whether it was the hardware that's made this better. That'll be the next thing. And then I'll test out different games. So we've got Space Engineers right now. I might do City Skylines. I might do Football Manager. In fact, even Minecraft. I was about to say all the games where the stream was dropped, but I think it's done it in all of them. So I'm probably going to have to try all of them to see which ones work better and which ones don't. This is a good drill setup, actually. Look at that. So each time a new arm comes around, it tidies up the mess that the previous one left. I quite like that. I think it's quite clever. Drillers will have something probably this size hanging from the middle of the chassis, as well as having two big drills on the front. So essentially, what I think I've mentioned this before, what the plan is with drillers is to start here and then just drive in a straight line that way. See if I can carve a hole through that mountain. Because the amount of stone that will get, I'll probably never have to do mining again. Yeah, I'm liking this. It's doing a stellar job. The question is, how much gravel are we actually producing from this? Must be going somewhere. Stuck in the drills, really? Can it not get into the refinery? Oh crap. Why is that? Hang on a second. That's a problem. Has it got something to do with... cargo container on top of this. Let's see if I can access what's inside. Weld it for me, come on. Okay, I'll weld it then. Lazy machine. Right. I don't think this rotor has a conveyor connection. And I think that is a problem. So I have rotor, advanced rotor. I think it's the advanced rotor that has the conveyor, not the rotor. let's turn all this off. So let's grab the pistons, reverse those, just to pull the drills back up, and then the rotor turn to 0. And then the drills turn off. Wrong drills. Derp. Base drills. Turn off. Okay, so here's what's going to have to happen. All of the stuff that we dug out is still going to get... Are the pistons retracted? Why are the pistons not retracted? Tell me this is all broken. I think it might all be broken. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do then is paint you pink. No? Get ready for the loud explosion. There we are. And then you, Control Shift middle mouse, and that, and that. And now the build and repair should come over and take apart all of this, and all the stone should drop down into the hole, and it will get picked up as well. So the main thing is, we know this works, which means we can extend it. We can make it even bigger if we so wish. And do you know what? I do. I do want to make it bigger. I want to make it, let's say, as an example, twice as big as it was just now. That's way too big though. I'm not gonna... I think that, yeah, that is way too big. What do I need to make interior plates? I'm just gonna grab a load of these. And steel plates I've got. Probably going to need a lot more than 15, but there we go. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then underneath that, I'm going to put the pistons. 1. I think we can fit 3 now, maybe? How big is this going to be? Oh no, probably 2 still for now. And then I'm going to put the rotor. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to put the rotor and then the drill. The piston, sorry. The reason being is if we continue to extend this downwards, I don't have to keep replacing the rotor each time. I could just take off the drills, add a piston, and then put the new drills on again. It'd be really cool to do this with merge blocks, but I don't... my scripting knowledge isn't enough to be able to do that. So this one here comes out 8 from the center. This new one I'm going to do 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one will have to be done in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just need this to be gotten rid of.
Energy low.
Energy low. Oh, hello. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, I'm gonna go charge up my suit. That context only ever works when you're talking about spacesuits. Charge up my suit. What a strange expression. I swear sitting in these suits used to fill up your hydrogen as well. Or was it just in a... Oh, I think it might have been oxygen in a cockpit, thinking about it. That would make sense, wouldn't it? But somewhere in here... in the med bay... no, that's not what I wanted. Here. There we go. And now I'm full. Good stuff. Yeah, this ship, I don't think we're ever going to use this ship. Originally it was to go and attack the outpost over there, because Bob went over there and got killed. I don't see a use in that myself. But I'm a lover, not a fighter, so that's probably why. Right. So here I place the drills every other block, including one in the center. Wow, look at the springiness. Oh, hello. Did restream just go... Did the stream just stop? I'm wondering if YouTube just went down. Restream's telling me I'm offline. What's happening? This thing's spinning, look. This whole thing is very, very slowly spinning round. Yeah, I don't know if the YouTube stream just went down or not. Unable to place? Is that because of what's underneath? Oh, is the stream still up? So I've got Restream open on my desktop still, and it just came up saying offline for YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, I don't think we can place because of what's underneath there. That's fine. We can come back to those ones. I know where you are, Tom. So it didn't like buffer and come back or anything like that. It just stayed strong.
Fuel low.
Huh. Okay.
Fuel critical.
Wow, it's my hydrogen. Oh wow, empty. Okie doke. That's really weird then. It definitely said offline for both. Huh. Did the quality drop at all? Or has that stayed? I was on delay from an earlier buffer. Ah. Ah. Gotcha. This one. Yes. Drillus is going to have lots of airtight doors as well, just for that hiss noise. Oh, it's so nice. That's glass, Mark. What are you trying to run through glass? Okay, so if I come over here... Stay strong. Okay. Still learning. Still learning. So that means it's all still doing as it's meant to, which is good. Right, where did we get to? Finish that line. Finish that line. Finish that line. So it's just this line that we're waiting to do. Some of it we can, I think, just about squeeze. That one, no. In fact, this one, no as well, by the looks of it. Darn. I think I know what happened here. because I had two arms that were heavily weighted, it was kind of leaning slightly, which meant the rotor was spinning so that the lower down sections were the heaviest. Now why is build and repair? Oh, it is working. Oh, it's picking up all the stone. Yeah, that's a problem. Because that is hefty. Let's find out how much stone that is. 19,000 stone. I might build some more build and repair systems. Let's say, for example, that's the wrong button. You. Let's say I built one of you on top of this. Like that. And then if I built one all the way around it. Steel plates. Now I can't remember what the priorities are. It looks like it's grinding down first before it builds, which I'm actually kind of okay with. I should be able to stick this in there now. There we are. That sounded painful, didn't it? And in a second I should be able to place the last drill there as well. We went up to 7,000 kilobits per second then. I think it's a combination of both switching the Ethernet to a different socket and also changing settings on Streamlabs. And I mean, I give Streamlabs credit. I'm not criticising it at all. I think there's a mixture of things that's going wrong here. But some of the setting variations that Streamlabs OBS has compared to just normal OBS Studio is actually quite versatile. I do quite like that. That drill's going down next. I just want to check this was definitely an advanced rotor I placed this time. Yes, the ability to transfer items between the grids. I should have checked that last time. That could have been an expensive mistake. If I'd have had to have manually picked up like 500,000 stone and carried it across to the conveyor, I probably would have given up on life. Yeah, 45k. I shouldn't make jokes like that, actually. It's a bit tasteless. Okay. So everything has been placed. It's just a question of waiting. And because of the size of the new size of this, by the way, in Minecraft as well, this is the case, that would not be supportive of this. It would just collapse. You could hear the twang as the steel starts to buckle, as the whole structure just falls over. But in games like this, where gravity means squat, still standing. Alright, I'm going to change the priority on the build and repair to weld first, then grind. So build and repair, I'll add these ones to it as well. There we are. So build and repair, and scroll down, grind before weld, no, weld before grind, or grind if weld gets stuck. That's what we'll do. And then for this, So I believe it's set. Current build colour, yes. Good. I want to find out what these are all doing. So you are currently doing what? You're switched off. Why are you switched off? That makes a lot of that answers a lot of questions as to why this wasn't working. It also makes a horrible noise. Okay, you can hear it welding stuff. It's welding all this stuff. There we go. Now we're sucking diesel. It's all working. Once the first one of these is done, look at that. It's now going off to... oh wait, that's that one. These should all be welding themselves up now. Now it's going down and starting to do the rest of it. So I think somewhere on both Drillus and this station we should have a big block of build and repair systems. Because look how much faster that's going now. That's incredible. And it'll weld down the other stuff a lot faster as well. And it should be a case of almost part replacement. As it's grinding down the old drills, it should be building the new ones. It's delivering parts, look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Looks like there's a fair few parts on the conveyors here missing. Construction components. Seems to be the sticking point right now. Let's just get a whole load of construction components made. Need lots of iron for that. What happened to all the stone? Tell me it's been refined already. There's a little bit there. Oh, there we go. It is going through though. We've got lots of silicon ore being made now. Lots of silicon ore. Where did all that silicon ore come from? Let's get the stone going through first, shall we? Because that's way more important. Control and shift, make them in a group of 1,000. Oh yeah, I know. Welcome, Sir Spears, first of all. Yeah, I do know that. At the time, I wasn't considering doing 2,500. I just kept clicking. Alright, we got iron ore, we got nickel ore, all the ores coming through now from the centrifuge. Good stuff. I can hear the welders going through as well. It's slowly happening. Even these are down tools. Yeah, it's just construction components we're missing. Which I can actually stand here and control the whole base now, which is pretty cool. So it's iron. We should have a lot of iron there. There's a little bits of iron ore elsewhere. There's loads of iron there. So why is that iron not being pulled into the assembler? Assembler 3 got too much silicon again. Yes, it has. Wow. Now iron should get pumped into there. There we go. They need to do something so that assemblers auto-dump any material that it's not using. So if it just gets full of silicon like that, it should just dump that silicon somewhere else. There's probably a script that does it. Maybe if I got is it Tim's? I can't remember what the T stands for in Tim's, but inventory manager, and set up cargo containers to store all of the ingots instead of just dumping them in assemblers. That would probably help, wouldn't it? Get easy inventor mod. Fix it. I'll have to check that out for next time. But I think I do have. I think I am subbed to Tim at the moment. Alright, stuff's happening. That's the main thing. Stuff's getting ground down as well. Hopefully this stuff happens too. Should do. What stock would you use for East-West Rail? Ah yes, that's what you asked me earlier, wasn't it? Bearing in mind the requirements have to be 12 to 14 3-car units and self-sufficient. I was asked earlier but Steam Airstream crashed. Yes. Let me think. So the Turbo Stars have gone to East Midlands Rail and West Midlands Rail. What used to be used but no longer is? All the network of turbos are being used by GWR and Chiltern still. Maybe D-Stock? Could be the largest single order of D-Stock trains. That's a possibility. Seize inventory manager, fix it. Let me see if I have that. Remind me, what block do you need to no, it's not. It's is it a time? Oh, it's programmable block. That's the one. Does this need to be plugged in? No. Which side of the screen? Need a display. Don't need a display. Okay, let's see what we've got. That's not what I wanted. Script. Joe, it's so long since I imported a script. Can someone help me out here? This stuff is really cool. Look at that. I think if I had it, it would be here, wouldn't it? So maybe I don't have it. But yeah, D-Stock, D-Trains. I think that's what I would get. If they have to be self-sufficient as well, self-sustaining, then you know, they can have hydrogen generators, they can have diesel generators, they can have power pickup. They can also have diesel, not diesel, batteries. That's the word I was looking for. You do not have script on in the game options. Am I gonna have to reload? Go back to the main menu and reload the game. I had said that earlier, could easily be fitted with ETCS and be battery fitted. 230s would be quick to order. Another mention is 175s from TFW and can run at 100. Yeah, if the 175s are anything like the 180s though, a bit unreliable. Was it the one? Yeah, they are the same family, aren't they? Go to the world option. Wait, hang on. So that's not here, is it? That is back in. I keep pressing the wrong button. I do know what I'm doing, sort of. Go on, game. So yeah, if you go load game, select and edit settings, advanced. So what am I looking for? In-game scripts. There we go. Do I want to enable subgrid damage? I probably don't. Not right now. Maybe in the future. Load. Yeah, the 175s isn't a bad idea. Depends, like, what's the gap between stops? Can you turn up your voice a little? Yeah, I can turn the game down. That would be easier. I used to have it on -10, I think it was. -10 decibels. There we go. What I like with the D-Train is, if it does run on sections, like if it runs on the East Coast main line around Sandy, maybe down to Stevenage, then you could put like a pantograph on the roof and it can charge the batteries whilst it's running on that section. What the hell? Why has my view changed? Shame couldn't use the 185s by TPE, but my suspicion is that they will be kept by TPE for Liverpool to Nottingham when it's moved from EMR. How come they couldn't use the 185s? Is that because TPE decided to keep them? Okay. ASUS inventory manager. That's the one. Taladens. That's the other one I've got. So which one do you recommend? ASUS or Taladens? Is it Taladin or is it Tailden? It's probably Tailden. I always pronounce it wrong. Especially when it's a 50-50 like that. So this one has a refinery ore balance system, which is useful. Cargo containers are assigned automatically if there is no cargo container of the given type or all other containers are full. Container priority system, automation. Alright, ISI. I'm sure I don't need to check it, yeah. I know sometimes you do have to check it just to make sure. Is it running? Looks like it is. ISI all the way. Okay, so it seems like it's running. Build an LCD and add the main LCD keyword main to its name to get more information about your base and the current script actions. I like that idea. What's the biggest LCD that I've got? This one. Can I squeeze you? No. I could probably fit you on one of these bits though. I'm trying to think of somewhere really smart and sensible to put this. Bear in mind that this whole central area here is going to be torn down at some point. I might just put it next to the block. Like on top here. Like that. They're not being used currently, but I have the suspicion they are already putting forward ideas for Liverpool to Nottingham. And all the 185s are likely to be kept. EWR is still shopping for trains. Who runs Liverpool to Nottingham now? Is that East Midlands still? Oh no, that has transferred to TPE, hasn't it? What is the top speed of a 230? Somewhere between 80 and 90 maybe? I need more cargo, or I need more cargo containers. I need more interior plates for this. Always running out of stuff. Let's just make a ton of it. Like I said, once Drillus gets going, you really want a lot of materials in order for that. Okay, so I need to name this... Is that exclamation mark? What are those? Are those L's? Or are those... Izzy, say your cargo space is full. Ah. Build and repair system. Check conveyor connection and owner faction. So where's build and repair system 4? Let me find that first. I have a feeling it is one of these ones. So you're number 5. You're number 10. You're number 4. So yeah, what's going on here? EMR does currently, but from December 2021 it's TPE, top speed of... Is it only 60? Oh wow. Okay, might need to pump some steroids into the 230s then. This is probably the crudest way to do this, but it means that stuff might work now. Let's do this, and then I'll put another cargo container here. That's not what I wanted to press. Okay. So this LCD here still not connected. Exclamation mark. I think they're two. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Let's call this LCD exclamation mark. I think it's those. No, it's not. Is it those? Is it capital I's? I think it might be capital I's. M main. Does that work? That works. Make one of the huge ones, they're very good. If you go into the script, you can copy and paste its name. Ah! Duh. Should have done that. Oh, there we go, it's working now. Let's change the colour to 1 0 1 2 8. That blue should look a little bit familiar to everyone. We'll center the text, because why not? 175s have a top speed of 100 miles per hour, and there is 16 3-car units available from 2022. My only concern with that, though, is if they're unreliable like the 180s. Because then no one... Oh, that's horrible. No one will like them, and then you're straight away off to a bad start. Okay. couldn't move stuff from small cargo container 9. So yeah, I'm going to build one of the massive cargo containers. One of the dense bastards. Look at the size of this freaking thing. Huge. Absolutely massive. Where shall I build it? I like the idea of sticking it somewhere out of the way. Is that even connected? Like, how do I move it into a position where I can actually place it? Because right now, there must be like a zoom option or something. Oh, there we go. There we go. That might be connected. Needs a lot of stuff. This is why we built all that stuff earlier. Now, does the build and repair even come over this far? I'm not sure it does, you know. One of them must do, surely. Let's have a look, see what it's actually doing right now. 10 items to sort, 2 refineries, all balancing on, ice balancing on, uranium balancing on, 3 assemblers, craft on, uncraft off, clean up on. So it is moving stuff. Good to see. Under the base. See, I don't want it sticking into the ground. I'm quite happy with it there. Tell you what though, this turret over here, don't really need it. See if I can pop down one of you there. Okay, so you're getting built. I'm wondering if it's just because we didn't have the materials. You need small steel tubes. So I'm basically just going to queue up all the generic building items. Right, you're still going through these, are you? In that case, if assembler 4 isn't doing anything, so 1,000 of those, 1,000 of those, a couple of thousand of those, 1,000 of those. Yeah, already did those. 1,000 of those. Apart from the buffering earlier, it's been good since. Touch wood. Yeah. As I said, we had quite a few theories as to what might be going on. One of the other theories we had was just the fact that people are thrashing the internet right now because of the lockdown. Which is understandable. So how built are you? You are getting stuff as it's being made. Good stuff. So I could use this cargo container as a starting point to build something out towards the ice lake so that we can have a supply of ice. The system over here is working nicely as well. So this is almost ready to... That was really dumb. This is almost ready to switch on again, which is good. There's a few conveyors still need doing. You were missing small steel tubes as well, so that makes sense. So yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards the power socket and OBS settings being the reason. Time of day as well could be a factor, considering it's now nearly 11:30, and things are running smooth, but just the CPU usage on OBS is so low right now. The fact the GPU is doing most of the encoding for me, and the fact that I'm not recording, I'm just streaming, that probably has a big help too. Okay, I think I'm ready to switch these on again and get loads of stuff being made. So, let's go up to this one first. You are going to be base piston 1. That's not how you spell piston. There we go. And just to make sure I've got the right one, select this one individually. You're going to be base piston 2. And then you and base piston 1 are going to form the base pistons group. Base Piston sounds like a rock band from Detroit or something, doesn't it? Actually, let's keep this on for a second. Select all the drills. That are part of this and not the mining ship. I probably will keep the mining ship even once drillers and everything's built, just as a memento. Okay, that looks like all of them. Base drills. So, base drills. Where's the group? There. Rock does not give all mats. Oh my god. Which does it not give? I don't trust this road, these piston heads. I think that's about the right speed. You see, it's kind of bouncing up and down as it goes along. Rock only give iron, silicon, and nickel. Is that including with the... That can't be right. Because this centrifuge... where am I? This centrifuge was producing more than that. Cobalt, magnesium, silver, gold, uranium, plutonium, platinum. Plutonium is an element. At least I said an actual element then. I could have said something way worse. That just looks so unstable, doesn't it? I just want to check. Is the stone actually going where it needs to go? You're not a good drill check, are you? Because you're... Let's find out. You might want to put on... Ah, yeah, share tension. That was the other thing. 1 second. Good call. So that should help. Yeah, I just want to check where the stone's going. Aha! It is coming through. Good. So the rotor was the problem. And now it's all going through, hopefully, into the refinery. Yes. So much silicon. How do I have so much silicon? There isn't a silicon deposit under here, is there? Oh, there is. That would explain why I've got so much silicon. That looks a little bit more stable now as well. So I think I can go back to this and set it to that's going way too fast. That's going way too fast. Try that again. You time the speed per piston. I was just testing 0.1. Earlier on I had it at 0.01. Like the tiniest of movement. That should be about right. .025. That's faster than 0.01. Is the frame... is there still frame hang? Or is it just on my screen? Might just be on my screen. 0.025 is 4 times slower than 0.1. But 0.01 is slower than 0.025. I think we're going at a good speed. You can see it's carving the grooves nicely. Do you know what I should have done? I should have... So the arm that's coming around in front of us now has the drill on the outside and then one along, one along, one along. And I should have staggered it so that this one, instead of being on the end here, have it one shorter and then have the drill there and then skip one drill, skip one drill. Just so that, particularly you see these little bumps, even though they do still get smoothed out, it just means that the drill would go across the bump and line up a little bit better. I mean, it still does the job. See as this one comes along, cuts it down a little bit more. So I think a drill has the ability to drill out like a 3x3 area. Maybe like a 1 and... Actually, I think it might be a 2x2 in that it does the one in the middle and then half around the outside. It seems to be working. That's the main thing. We're going to be drilling a shit ton of stone. Plus the massive pile of silicon, which is also down. In fact, you can even see where the ground changes colour, where the silicon is. Got more silicon than we can shake a stick at right now. Has the large cargo container been made yet? No, it has not. That might be because this isn't yet part of the build and repair system. Help others, build new, weld to functional only. No, don't have to worry about that. Hi Mohammed, this is Space Engineers. Restream's telling me I'm offline again. Ow. So what am I missing? Interior plates. We must have a load of interior plates somewhere. So what's it trying to do? It's moving loads of stone. do have them. Have enough. That could be one of the issues. No, it doesn't, because it wasn't doing it earlier. Why is it not welding that up? That'd be kind of cool if it did. Again, I know I can do Control Shift. Look at their work area. Where am I going? I was literally in the control panel just then. Build and repair. Nearest first, furthest first, smallest grid first. Show area. That's what I want. It's well within the area of, I think, this one here. The one underneath there. Oh. Okay. The bit rate's gone down, so the stream's gonna look like turd again. I'm just gonna go on my laptop, see if YouTube's still up. Oh yeah, it's still up. I'm impressed with how fast this game loads, actually. So it's well within the work area. It's just not doing it for some reason. Let me actually come over and check this block. Block is switched off. That might be the reason why it's not doing it then. And now it should be on. There we are. And now it knows it's got to build these blocks. I saw it then. I saw it then. There we go. Doesn't need normal mats or mats times 10. Normal ones, by the looks of it. I think it's because that build and repair wasn't switched on. It's annoying that it defaults to being switched off. You'd think it would default to being switched on. But there you go. I love how I'm getting warnings because the CPU went up into 3% then. Gotta be careful, guys, you don't want to overwork it. I have a good processor as well, that's the frustrating thing. I have a good processor. It runs most things spotlessly. And yet for some reason, streaming and rendering, it just doesn't like. It's quite satisfying just sitting here watching this. One thing I used to love when I had the the nanites mod, nanite control factory, was just setting huge construction projects and watching the nanites just fly out and do it all. When you had them all mining for you as well, that was really satisfying. So I don't have the nanites here now. I wish I did. You're double stream it. Do you mean my stream? Yeah, I stream on YouTube and Twitch. I used to try and do one or the other. Then I thought, there's no point forcing people to go to Twitch if they're predominantly YouTube users, and vice versa. So I use Restream to stream to both. Okay, that's glowing orange, which I think means run out of material. Yeah. 1016 construction components, 384 motors, some displays and some solar cells as well. Actually, it looks like our big solar rig is nearly done. I should have stacked that on a rotor actually and then used the... I don't know. That's the thing. I genuinely don't know. I've tried lots of different solutions. Right now, what I'm doing now seems to be working. So I'm guessing I found a breakthrough. But God, is it frustrating. Do I not have... I'm wondering if I've run out of... I can't even find it. Where's the centrifuge? I'm wondering if I've run out of ice. Oh, you got tons of ice. I think I've run out of refinery. I have. Because it's got to try and get through all this stone first. But yeah, as for my PC, I think the problem is probably the Ethernet cable. Because, I mean, I've had problems in the past with my old PC not working and my laptop as well, where the CPU and the graphics card and things have really struggled, and the RAM. Whereas this PC, I only built it last year, and CPU usage was fluctuating a lot until tonight, where I've managed to get it at a nice controlled level. The bitrate has been relatively consistent, but I've got it set so that if the connection is interrupted, then the bitrate automatically lowers, just to keep the stream stable. And I've also set the default bitrate to be as stable as possible. So sometimes if I had it set at like 2,500, sometimes it would randomly jump up to 6,000, which is not stable. Or it would drop to like 0, which is also not stable, because 0 kilobits per second means you're no stream. And I think that's what was killing YouTube. So now it automatically adjusts to your connection. So the stream might go a bit grainy for a little bit, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it might be. But that's a good trade-off for the stream just cutting, which is what was, what was happening before. I have loads of iron. Why is that load of iron not going through into here? Am I full of bloody silicon again? No. That's a good question then. Why is it not going through? All containers for type ingots are full. Should build new cargo containers. Am I really like locked into this issue now? Surely though, right, hang on. Surely I can manually move iron from one to the other. So let's do that one. And let's do that one. Now you're going to play ball. You need cobalt as well. You need cobalt too. Stop your drill for a little. Do I need to? Oh, I see what you mean. That's probably smart actually. Yeah, probably should do that. You're the centrifuge. I just want to get the cobalt coming through, because that will help. It's this bloody silicon again. Look at it. What will be the next stream? I mean, because this one has been relatively successful, I was going to make this the Space Engineers stream, but because it's so late at night, some people who voted for this might not be here to watch this right now, so they can still watch it back on YouTube, but I still don't think that's particularly fair. People like Bob, for example, would probably want to take part in this. So I reckon the next stream will probably be on Monday, which then gives me the weekend to do loads of recording of videos, and it will probably be either Football Manager or City Skylines, but stay tuned on Discord because I'll probably put up a poll, because I kind of like the idea of you guys choosing. It adds that little extra challenge for me, because obviously I like to play games that I feel like playing, but at the same time, if I'm forced to play like City Skylines, then I have to come up with an idea for what I'm going to do in that stream, and it just keeps that little like creative juices flowing, you know. Yeah, we need cobalt. Okay, I'm going to turn the drills off, which I could have done from there, but I'll do it from here. So the easiest way to do that is set the pistons to reverse. Which hopefully they will do. I mean, that piston does not look like it's retracting, does it? Also, what the hell happened here? The rotor stopped turning. Something seems to have gone badly wrong here. Is this right? Oh wait, wouldn't it be down this end? Yeah, those are not retracting, are they? I think these are broken. I think I broke the pistons, guys. Which is quite annoying. Unless... the only thing I can think of is it's something to do with these settings. To do with the max torque and the impulse. Any ideas? I mean, if that wasn't broken before, pretty sure it would be now. Oh, crap.
Fuel critical.
No! I'm a lucky boy. I should be dead right now. Ow. Just bounce off the door, why don't I? There we go. Full health, lovely. Actually, can you charge off this as well? You can. Nice. This whole thing is full. Literally everything right now is full. So what do I need? Just construction components and motors. Did I turn the drills off? I didn't. That's the one thing I came over here to do, was to actually turn the bloody drills off. Where's the... Is that the centrifuge I can hear? It's like a drilling noise. Like a dull thudding rumble. Right, so I think I've broken this again. Which is nice. So let's assume if I have a look through here. Drills are too fast. The piston might have been too fast, but I will still argue that I was running the piston at a slower speed than what you recommended. And that, Your Honour, is my defence. I'm wondering if I can add some more cargo containers. Let's go with large ones, because they're not too expensive. And this one I can stick underneath the base. I actually need interior plates as well, don't I? Derp. There you go. So, still missing construction components and displays and motors. So let's cancel all of that and that. That's probably what we need. Silicon and nickel. There we go, it is pumping it through, slowly but surely. Alright George, no worries, thanks for coming in. I will see you Monday. Have a good weekend. I'll probably see you on Discord actually, because I'm sure there's stuff there to talk about. Okay, it is making stuff. I think this is also making stuff. Yes, it is. So I just need one of these to get done. Did I select motors as well? Yes. So it is all happening, just quite slowly. There we go. So you're instantly going to get pumped full of shit. There we go. Not quite full, but getting close. Okay, we might have... I think the rotor gave up. But no, the rotor's still fine. It's the piston that gave up. Do you know what though? These drills kind of did their job. Because the amount of stone we've dug out is going to be processed for a long, long time now. So let's turn you off. Is there a way to get it to turn to a certain point again? Or is it always going to be slightly twisted now? Should have done that as well. That's fine. It's fine. Get to hear the very satisfying noise of this all getting torn apart now. Make a sorter and container and eject all the gravel. No, no, no. I keep the gravel. I keep the gravel because it goes through the centrifuge and gets turned into ores. So if anything, I need an extra refinery and an extra... Ha! I've run out of... Yeah, that would explain some of this as well. Let's do that. Yeah, so the gravel gets pulled through here and turned into ores. What is it doing? Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Boy, that's slow. Just realised how slow that was. If I didn't have this centrifuge, though, I would definitely do what you suggested. Wow, look how quickly... Look how quickly that all gets torn apart now. So what I might do from now on is just have two arms on a really slowly rotating rotor on a really slowly extending group of pistons rather than the 4, because I think the 4 was too heavy. What have I got on me at the moment? Square root of jack. So let's imagine if I did this and this and this and this. And then went 1, 2, oops, 3, no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ow, 9, 10. That was really dumb. What the hell? How come that was killing me? Actually, this... I'm going to do it 9. 9 on one side and maybe 10 on the other. For reasons that hopefully become clear in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then do it every other. 1. Wow. Yeah, look at the displacement there. God, I'm shooting all over the place right now. So it's going to be a bit of a lopsided setup here. But it could be worse. Oh, for God's sake. 2, 3. This hasn't actually gone how I wanted it to go. I wanted to offset them, but that's not going to work, is it? Are you going to let me build? Oh, you are. That's cool. What happened to this one down here? Grind this one down. Okay, so I want the drills, obviously you're going to run at their normal speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That sounds right and looks right. So you're going to be base drills. Save. And then the pistons. Oh boy, this is going to be a car wreck. I can see it already. You're going to be base piston 1. You're going to be base piston 2. Base piston 3. And base piston 4. Okay, and if I go piston, where's the group? Where's the group? There it is. Share inertia tensor. Okay, so the first thing, switch on the drills. In fact, the first thing, check the storage levels. Ow. Oh yeah, this is finished now as well. Look at this. Look at the actual size of this. Is there anything inside it? Wow. I mean, it's... In terms of this, there's a lot of stuff in here. But in terms of this, there's hardly anything in here. It's massive. These containers are massive. Drillus is probably going to have 2 of these on board to store all the stuff that it's planning on drilling. Maybe the next size down from that one, because that is quite big. Bearing in mind that the suspension levels would be a bit iffy as well if I fully loaded it. I really needed to put this on... I don't think the base is going to struggle for power anytime soon. But even so, maybe Drillus will have solar panels on a rotor. So I can go back to drilling stone again. Couldn't move all items. Because the cargo container was full. Yeah, so it's trying to move from the massive cargo container to the smaller one. And it's not being able to, so that's fine. Right, drill. Drills on. Pistons, I'm going to do like 0.01. Actually, I should probably do the rotor first, shouldn't I? And I think the rotor is going to spin. Does the rotor have a... I don't think it does. So, if you were to do complex maths here, you kind of want the piston to extend by a certain amount in the same time it takes the rotor to do 1 revolution. So let's assume... Oh, I mean, that's really advanced trigonometry, actually, thinking about it. Let's eyeball it. Not... Let's just do 1. Why are you not spinning? Why are you not spinning? Oh. Anyone know why this isn't spinning? You're switched on. I'm wondering if the head might have detached. You won't have any. Let's see if you've got stone inside. No. Alright, tell you what. I'm going to extend the pistons and see what happens. Oh, I wonder. Hang on. Is it because I did share inertia? Tensor, maybe that. Spell rotor, right. Now are you going to work? Yes. That is rotating, isn't it? Yes, it is. So the pistons I'm going to have extend incredibly slowly. Like 0.001. So they are extending. You can hear them extending. But if you were to stand here and watch them, it's pretty decent. Like, you can hear them working rather than see them working. And the drills are still working, so that's all good. Yeah, I think I need more refineries and more centrifuges. So if I was to grab... What are you? I think you're just a centrifuge, aren't you? Industrial centrifuge. Yeah. What's the difference between an industrial centrifuge and a high performance one? You need water tanks that are filled, whereas you don't. I'm going to grab one of these and just stick it down somewhere. Where can I put you? What's under here? Quite a lot of stuff, actually. I almost want to put it on a flat surface. See if I can attach you to this. Actually, that is perfect. Wow, it actually goes off the bottom of the screen. The amount of stuff it needs. Yeah, because then what I can do is do that and then plug you in here. Like so. So you need... You got some water tanks. Alloy plates is the other thing you need. Let's have a look. So we need some more water tank filled. I think it was like... Or not 100. I think it was like Let's just do that. And then you need alloy plates. Let's try that. I can hear it welding. Something's working. Do we have the alloy plates? Are they being made? So what are we missing for this? Iron, ice, gold, and platinum. Let's try and track down gold and platinum. So there isn't much. We need more refineries. Might go with the XL one. Again, it's huge. You don't really appreciate how big these things are until you see them like this. Can I snap you? Are you hanging over slightly? I think you're fine. There we are. Now what do you need? Oh man, look how many steel plates it needs. Computers and motors and stuff as well, but look at them steel plates. That is quite incredible. I'm just going to sit here and watch this for a minute. So steel plates and construction components are what we're missing from this. And you, same. Here we are. Look how much iron that needs. Building a drilling rig on top of the iron deposit would be good too. Rather than having to use the drill ship. Because as much as I like mining ships, they can be really finicky to control. Particularly atmospheric ones, and particularly when they're fully laden. Okay, so it's just a case of waiting for all this stuff to get built. What about assemblers? I don't think... I've got the XL assembler as well. We might as well go for the hat trick while we're here. Can I squeeze you in? I had it then. I mean, I could just pop you... like that. And that would probably work. Actually, let's move you up a couple. Before you get excited. Is that right? No, one more. One more. There. Perfect. So what do you need? Steel plates, construction components, tubes, motors, displays, computers. So yeah, you're just... you're in line with all the other stuff. I wonder if it's worth making the modules as well. That's what these are here. You put modules on, it makes it more efficient, or, you know, faster, wherever it might be. I might use the efficiency ones for the centrifuges so we get more ores. That'd be cool. you just need alloys, which this is going to provide for us, I hope. Now, are these both producing? No. Is I think you're switched on. Let's just do that. Have them both make it. So we've just doubled our output there. That should help that get made a lot faster. I'm going to do a manual save here as well. I will wrap up shortly because I've been going for a while. Let me just check that the YouTube stream is still up. Looks like it is. Yep, it is. Good. Well, I'd say that the test has actually been marginally successful. I was expecting to have to do a few of these, changing things each time. But it seems, to an extent at least, that I've narrowed down the problem to probably one of 3 things now, which is much better than earlier when it could have been about 1 of 10 things. $4,188. Can you imagine trying to carry 4,188 plates made of steel? That would kill you. Pretty sure that would kill you. Stone dead. Right, let's check the screen. There is still some stuff that's not being transported properly. So, these are all the categories, by the looks of it, of different types of cargo container. So the ore is about the same. Or is that the percentage of the overall storage that is being used? No, it looks like... Because yeah, then you've got components, tools, ammo, bottles. 15 type containers. Which that doesn't add up to unless ore goes into the same as ingots. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm happy that this is all still working. What's this at the top here? Is this just a beacon? Yeah. Even says it on it. Oh man. Boy, do I know how to make myself look stupid sometimes. Right, having a whole load of assemblers all chained together would be handy. Oh, you're doing alloy plates as well, that's good. Then you've still got to do all the construction components. I mean, how much iron do we actually have right now across everything? 10,000 there, 13,000 there, 38,000 there. Okay, so we do have quite a lot of iron. 40,000 there. Yeah, we have a lot of iron. We also have a lot of gravel. But this new centrifuge would be a big help for that, so long as we don't need ice. Otherwise I'm going to have to build another drilling rig. Speaking of drilling rig, how is my drilling rig doing? It's stopped again, hasn't it? I don't think... these pistons are good enough. Or is it that's the problem? Wow. Was that really the problem? Wow. That one stray voxel. Unbelievable. Mind you, this isn't going up or down now. I think we've mined enough from here for now. We'll let it spin around a little bit more. I don't know if any of these are actually working. Certainly doesn't look like it. Or so it going down way too fast. Is it though? Like, can you actually make it go any slower than that? It's definitely not going down, and it wouldn't go back up either. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Hello, this looks like it's almost done. And this one, hopefully not long after. You... yeah, you pretty much are just waiting for alloy plates. I'm going to try and start building out towards the ice lake. Which could be a massive mistake. Did I fill you up or something? I want a hydrogen bottle, stick you back in there. And then I want interior plates. You need to spin right around, be more down, like 1 meter. Hang on. What do you mean by that? Do you mean for the drills? Thing is, the pistons... like, if I put the pistons in reverse, which they are now, they don't retract. They're also not extending. They're just stuck. So they're just not working. So I might as well just let the drills do their thing at this level and then just tear this whole thing down. It's too heavy. But then how do you fix that? Because surely when I put all this massive load on it, it would have started creaking then. It's got nothing to do with this either, has it? If I increase this to, like, let's say double it. Let's double this one as well. Use the force setting. Do you mean this one? Maximum force to piston is allowed. Still not moving. And again, it's the fact that it wasn't extending either, even though it was extending before. I still think pistons and rotors in this game are very sketchy. I won't use the B word anymore, but I think they're very sketchy. Still not perfect. Do on all the drills. Do what on all the drills? Turn them off? I don't know what you mean by that. It does look like this has been finished. No, it hasn't. We're close. We just need construction components now. Doing all the drills, not pistons. I still don't know what you mean by that. Let's stop you now. If I move these from there to here. There we are. I need to come up with a better way of doing drilling. I need to have a look on Reddit and see what other people are doing for drilling rigs. I know there's a way to do it, because I have seen other people do it. I don't know whether they use modded pistons or what, but something I'm doing is very wrong compared to what they're doing. This is almost done. Small steel tube, construction components, steel plates. Hey, it's done. Ta-da! Look at the effing size of that. Yeah, I think it's done with modded pistons. I think you're right. Look how quick it's getting through all this stuff as well. It's awesome. If you want easy mod, get the drill and fill. I'm not so much looking for easy, I'm just looking for more efficient. So I do like a bit of a challenge. Just not a ridiculous. Like, I don't like it when the game deliberately makes it harder than it needs to be. That one. And I think it does kind of do that with pistons and rotors, the way the grid system works. It's a little bit broken. There, I used the B word. I think I'm just going to decommission this. It's even turning these off, but it doesn't work. Yeah, look, it's not working. I used to use the nanite control factory to do mining for me as well. And just set up big areas for it to mine in. That used to be a really good way of doing it. Essentially now, this whole system here is redundant. So I can paint this pink. Let's grind this down. There it goes. And then paint this pink. Any second now. There we go. And it should get ground down. Nice and quick. Look at that. That's what the drill and fill does. Yeah, like the nanofactor drill systems. Okay, in that case, it might be worth looking at. If I download an asset, do I need to? Oh, I do, don't I? Because I need to add it. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was going to ask if I needed to reload the game, but I would. So I'll have to bear that in mind for next time. Monday afternoon. I hope. But yeah, what I'm going to do for now is just start building this this conveyor bridge. Now, what's cheaper? Conveyor tubes or conveyor junctions? Conveyor tubes. Let's put you there for now, because I will still need junctions. Here's my plan. Out of this cargo container here, I'm going to build a long bridge of conveyor Wouldn't it be cool? I know it'd be incredibly resource heavy for the game, but wouldn't it be cool if you could actually see items moving through the conveyors like you can in Minecraft? Do you want a link to the drill and fill? Yeah, why not? Link me up. Oh, hello. Okay. I'm trying to do it like Minecraft where I back off and place at the same time, but it's not wanting to play ball. Now, actually, I think what I've done here is a mistake. You might have to send it to me as a whisper, because I think my Twitch chat disables links. Which I know is a bit of a pain. Sorry about that.
Energy low.
Oh, crap. Let's go charge. Come on, game. It got a little bit jumpy then. There we go, 100%. Build and repair. So I'm going to stick one of you. Steel plates. Of course. Of course. Okay, I can grab those from here. I think. Just nick those. Do you know what? I don't know. I don't think I've ever sent a whisper on Twitch before. If you join my Discord, which I'll grab a link for, give me 1 second. If you've got Discord, I'll put the link in the chat now. If you join the Discord, you'll be able to post the link there. If you go into the Space Engineers chat, you can do it there. Discord. There. I think it's Moobot. I think I set Moobot up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that might take you to the right place. Oh yeah, no, it does do it. Yeah, basically, when I first started streaming, I had people constantly, and I mean constantly, put links in my chat saying, hey, check out my stream here. And it's just infuriating. Like, the gall of someone to do that is staggering, and yet people used to do it. So when I first started using Moobot, I just, for safety reasons more than anything, just disabled all links. So it blanks out links immediately. But I mean, I recommend you join the Discord community anyway, because it's a nice friendly bunch of people. We all have very similar interests, so if you like Space Engineers, for example, chances are there'll be people there who also like Space Engineers. You can be a lot further away than that, thinking about it. Now that build and repair system needs to be switched on once it's complete, which I'll do. How far away is this? It's not actually that far. I was half expecting to turn around and realise we're not even halfway, which I suppose we're not. It's closer than it appears, but it's also further away than it appears. That was... what a waste. Clear up after myself. I think Twitch does let you post links. It's normally something you have to switch off. And to be honest, I should probably do it on YouTube as well. Like, there's no reason at all why anyone would need to post a link in a chat or a comment section. There is no reason at all. Because chances are, if you want to link someone to a Steam page, for example, you would do it through a Discord anyway. You wouldn't do it in a stream. I've always...
Low.
Oh, crap. I've always hated people who post
Fuel
links
critical.
in the chat. What settings did you change that brought the stream reliability back up? Oh, man. Right. First and foremost, I set the encoder to be done by my graphics card rather than by the processor. So right now my processor, at least with Streamlabs, is running at 2.2% CPU usage. I also lowered the frame rate back to 30, changed the bitrate. Has the stream died? Literally as I'm talking about it, as the stream just died. Oh no. Streamlabs is saying 0 kilobits per second right now, for some reason. And yet everything else... Oh no, now I'm getting warnings. Okay, the stream might die. The stream might die now. Because it's saying no data. Now, why has that suddenly happened? I don't know. I might well have just lost the stream. Coming back. No frame drop though. Just the bitrate dropped. Which is weird. But yeah, I changed the bit to be more fluid. So if the connection gets interrupted, then the bitrate will automatically adjust to match. It looks like the stream has recovered. So right now the bitrate is on 493 kilobits per second and it's dropping down again. But once the connection stabilizes again, it will go back up. What else did I change? I changed the bitrate to... Oh yeah, I changed the bitrate to be constant as well, rather than variable. So it will try and stay within the limitations that I originally set, which I think was 5,000, give or take. Okay, I'm actually surprised that the stream is still up and working. I'm going to assume that it's still up and working. I'm sure someone will tell me on Discord if it's not. What was I doing? Oh yes, I was placing down conveyors. But I changed a few other little settings here or there. And I'm also only streaming right now. I'm not streaming and recording like I normally do. So all of those are probably having a massive effect on the sustainability, should we say, of the stream. To whether it wants to work or not. Now what am I missing for this? Small steel tubes. Are we making small steel tubes? So I think you are going to go into cooperative mode along with you. And then it's going to be whatever's being made in here will then get shared out with everything else. Now the centrifuge, that centrifuge is working. The other one, I just realised that that's actually been finished. So this one is still waiting for alloy plates and water tanks, which I hope this refinery is helping produce. You're going through a lot of silicon right now. What ores do we have? Next to none. Next to none that are actually useful. The centrifuge might help with that though. And yeah, we'll put modules on. Does this have space for... Oh yeah, so these little... It's all the way up there. And that will help out too. Nice. And this one here. You can put them in pairs, like so. Let me remind myself. Game volume's going to pause for a second. Just what other settings I changed. So in the video settings, resolution is still the same. That's still filtered to bicubic, whereas I think before it was bilinear. So it sharpens the scaling a bit more. I don't know what that means entirely, but the tutorial said to do that, so I did do that. In the advanced settings, I went down to the network section, and that's where I turned on dynamically change bitrate when dropping frames while streaming. So it shouldn't drop frames, instead it will lower the bitrate to prevent frames being dropped. And then for the output, I switched the encoder to hardware brackets NVENC, changed the rate control to CBR, which is constant bitrate, and then the bitrate's not set to 50. Oh, maybe that's because it's dynamic right now, so it's set it to 50. And then yeah, recording is meant to be the same, but because I'm not recording right now, that's non-applicable. Right, so this one has been made. So you can kind of see where the build limit is for this right now. But if I go into U, control panel, build and repair, add both, add all of these in fact, and then switch off, on. You will now start welding up again. Yeah, apart from the bitrate fluctuating a fair amount, I'm quite happy with this test. So the next test stream I do, I might not publicize it as much as this one, so you might just suddenly see a stream appear on my channel. You can join if you like, you can say hi, I'm okay with that, but I don't want to publicize it too much because I feel really bad when I do these big public things like come and join the stream, you can interact, and then technical issues basically renders it pointless. It really stings when that happens. I'm wondering if I made this gap a bit too big. We'll find out in a second. I think this gap here is about right. I don't know, it's actually really hard to tell. I'm not sure I want to build any more of this though until I see at least this one get done. So let me turn jetpack off. I'm just going to run along here for a bit and see. As well as changing settings on OBS, I've also changed where my Ethernet cable is plugged into, which is not sustainable because of where it's plugged into. I will have to move it back at some point. I think the socket under my desk might need fixing back to the wall, and there might be some wires inside that might need replacing. Which is really quite unsafe. I won't share any photos of what my socket looks like right now, but trust me when I say it's not the safest. I just want to see where the build limit is for this. And remind me where that is again. Weld function, no. No. Where is it? Actually, if it mentions it on here. Solar panel. I'm wondering if it's a little too far away. Where's the tick box? Was it show area? There it is. Yeah, we missed it. So what I'm going to do... Well, you're being... Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. In that case... I was about to say what's going on there. We'll do it like this. There we go. So all of this... I need to turn off the show area for this one now. Now that's one thing I don't like about the build and repair that I did used to like about the nanites, was the nanites, as long as it was fixed to the grid, it would still count as being part of the base. And that might be quite resource heavy. That might be one of the reasons why the nanite factory was very difficult to update. Who knows? But essentially what it meant was if you built like an arm out like this, then the build area for the nanite factory would extend along that arm still. So what I think it was me and Slip. No, it wasn't Slip. It was me and Sparky and Judo, I think it was. We used the nanite control factory and we built something like this just out of conveyors that went down to the lake edge, and then we built another factory down there just for the sake of having another factory down there, and set it only to mine ice, and it just dug out a huge part of the lake almost instantly. Very handy. Alright, I'm going to build another one here. We're probably way too close to the previous one, but you never know when you might have some building projects that need doing. It'd be quite handy to have these around. Because they pull items almost instantly, and then they can send out stuff. So the base is essentially going to be at lake level. And we're going to dig a huge tunnel. It might even be worth building drillers down on the lake, because it's nice and flat as well. And then driving drillers underneath the ground here. And that form the foundations for like a main hangar and stuff like that. Because once Drillus is done, there's a ground to space ship that I'd like to try and build as well. I think it's Wasted Space I've been watching, who's been doing a Kerbal Space Engineers mod. It's a bit too in depth for my liking. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think in terms of playing I'm not a huge fan, but in terms of watching it I think it's awesome. Going to place a bit more conveyor like this. That's about right for another one of these. So eventually, once the tunnel's been dug, this will all be moved underground. It'll be like one of the Disney World utilidors. Damn, we finally ran out. So if I come all the way, bloody hell, I nearly went straight into that, then that would have killed me instantly. Grab this, go control panel. Oh, got an achievement, Master Engineer. Is it grinding down that stuff as well? Or is it welding it? I have a horrible feeling it's welding it. That's fine, because I can just go choose that. I think that did it. Yep. What does O do? What does O do? So this stuff here should all get ground down. This stuff up here is all going to get built. So this one here is now getting welded up. You should be switched on. And yes, you are. What I love is the fact that it is technically working right now despite having no connection to the conveyor or whatsoever. Sir Spears, did you get onto the Discord alright? I've not had the notification that you've joined. Alright, these are all getting made. We're running short on motors again. Let's just make a ton of motors. Might as well make a heap of everything. You never know, we might need those. Data pads we're not going to need. That should do it. So it looks like it's basically making stuff as and when it can. We got so much silicon. So much silicon. Got enough silicon to fill Silicon Valley. Alright, all that stuff getting welded. So all these here should be switched on once they're welded. What I'm going to do here is start going... Oh yeah, I needed interior plates, didn't I? That's one of the other reasons I came all the way back over here. And hydrogen, by the looks of things. I've got some hydrogen still, but... Let's grab one of you. I'll shove you back. And then I need interior plates. Is that really all the interior plates we've got? That's not good. There we go. That ought to do it. So that's all getting welded up. Nice, nice. So yes, now as each one finishes, each one of the build and repair systems finishes, providing I've spaced them out correctly, the next batch of conveyor tubes should start getting welded. And already you can start to see just how high up our base is compared to the lake. Let's grind that down. There's a substantial drop. You would not want to be victim to this drop. So let's do that, and then we'll do that. And we're about halfway down the hill as well. In fact, probably even less than that. Okay. Let's continue doing this. So I think attached to this, I should put another build and repair. So let's turn you around like that. Just to make sure that this is... I mean, there's one there, I suppose. So we're probably well within the right area. Oh, it's going to be so satisfying to just stand somewhere and watch all this get welded up. It's also quite nice to be able to just run along the ground and do this for a bit. There we go. Oh. Nearly whiffed it then. Am I out of interior plates again? I actually heard wind effects there. I was going so fast. Is it that all the lakes are frozen solid due to game engine limitations? Basically, yeah. I don't know what exactly the game engine limitations were, but yeah, it's ice instead of water. Some people, I think, have made water mods. I don't know if using them is a good idea or not, because again, this game is a lot more stable than it used to be, and I give the devs huge credit for that. But at the same time, you're very much playing with fire when you start adding stuff in like that, because really, this game was originally designed just to be build some cool spaceships in space. Planets were never meant to be part of the game. So the fact they've added them in and got them working is pretty damn cool, in my opinion. But yeah, there were some sacrifices along the way, and water physics are just a pain in the ass at the best of times. So to try and do it in a game like this that wasn't built for it, I can totally understand why they didn't go that route. And like I said, I still think they did a stellar job with adding planets to the game. And the latest update, the temperature thing at the bottom, so it says, it's got my O2 level, but then it also says warm. I think that's part of the latest update, because the new planet they added, is it Titan or Triton? I think it was Titan. It's a frozen planet. So I imagine that's part of it all. And it explains the lore a bit more as well as to why the lakes are frozen. How far away are we? Yeah, this cliff here, this is the one we're going to be digging through. You can imagine like a hangar door built into it as well. It would be awesome. And hopefully airtight. Because you never know. You might need it to be airtight. There's no logical reason, by the way. It's more gameplay lore reasons. I can still see the conveyors getting welded. Good stuff. The amount of stone we've dug out of the ground, we'd probably be processing. If I was to leave this game running, it'd probably take 2 to 3 days for it to all get processed. What I loved when I first started streaming Space Engineers and we had everyone join on that one game, what I loved was someone built a massive like worm like shape and size ship, and it would just go out and obliterate an entire asteroid in one go. So this ship would come back and it would take literal days for it to... It would take at least a day just for the ship to unload, and then it would take another 2 to 3 days just to process everything. It was insane. Okay, I'm going to start dropping down here, and I've got to be really careful that I don't run out of hydrogen, because look how high up we are. I might even have to add another build and repair system halfway down this, because we might go below the limitation of the machine, which would be quite something. I think we will, you know.